Hey, thanks for joining me today. Jarrell here. I hope you're having a good holiday season. Today, I've had a topic on my mind that I've been considering how to discuss for a while because it is something that's both serious and important. And that is, how much of your life should you tell to other people? How much should you let other people see? Especially in this space here on YouTube, we don't actually know each other, though I do enjoy chatting with you guys in the comments and hanging out on Discord and just having fun with you on the YouTube channel here. There is always going to be some separation here between who I actually am, who you actually are. And it's not the aspect of, oh, I'm going to be this internet celebrity, because I have no interest in that. None of my thought process when it comes to creating my games or writing or music or creating YouTube videos, none of that factors in to my thought process. I have no interest in celebrity or internet popularity. But especially when it comes to raising kids and helping other people with their kids, there always has to be a degree of consideration when it comes to how much you tell and how much you show. So this video, I want to discuss the aspects of life that you need to really think about. You really need to consider before you tell other people about those aspects. Say, for example, I was maybe a little bit of a troublemaker as a young man, and I was always building things. And then as a teenager, that evolved, as you can say. My friends and I as teenagers got into a fair amount of trouble having fun. We went on adventures, had misadventures. And when it comes to telling younger people about, earlier in life, there are things that you don't say because they may be taken the wrong way. They may end up being a negative influence. What you think might be a cool, fun story that you could tell a young person might actually put that young person in danger because they may want to emulate your behaviors. They may want to copy what you've done in the past. And so this video is about how I consider those things. And every single piece of information that I put online, that I put on the internet, especially here on YouTube, I put a significant amount of thought into what I say and what I show people from the perspective of, is this going to help other people or will it potentially put people in danger? Sorry, I'm just thinking about all the fun I had as a teenager. It was really, there's going to be a lot about my life that I will not tell you. There's going to be a lot that I should not tell you and I will not. And that is because I know that there's so many young people out there watching me. So many young people have commented and said that they really like the hobbies that I've shown them and they want to try those hobbies. And that is why I want to be extremely careful with what I show you. What I think is cool and exciting and interesting, what you think is cool and exciting and interesting, it may not be taken the right way, and it may put other people at risk, and they may want to, because I hear stories from people older than me when I was younger, and I thought, oh, that'd be so cool to try that. I'd really like to try that. So there's going to be parts of my life that I'll never be able to tell you about, that I just won't be able to talk about. Even people in my real life, there are things that I don't tell them because it's dangerous. It would not be safe. And you might be thinking, oh, why is Jarrell beating around the bush and this and that? So one of the things that I won't be able to tell you and really shouldn't tell you is that, as a younger man, I really enjoyed building weapons. And one such weapon is this gauntlet that is a flamethrower. So you fit this through your arm like here. And this is something that I really shouldn't show you because I know that younger people will want to try and copy this because they'll think it's cool. So how this works is that I designed this to use a fuel canister that I could get from the hardware store for very cheap. You can see the nozzle attached there, so it's easy to replace that and get new fuel. You can see it feeds there, and there is this trigger mechanism here, and if I pull down on that from the inside, it will eject the fuel. I've removed the fire aspect of this. It's designed to take a certain type of barbecue lighter. I dismantle it and I can run the wiring through there, and it mounts in there. So there's an internal trigger. So you pull the first trigger, and then there would be a pilot light. You pull the second trigger, and then you can see that this metal nozzle will spray the fuel out the front, and it is a flamethrower. This was designed as well to be padded. So it is padded in there. So say, for example, I don't know, if somebody swung a baseball bat, I have tested this with bats, sticks, pipes, from the vast majority of angles. As long as you catch it from the right angle, it can absorb the shock there. These points are designed to be tough, but also if you were to hit someone, if they weren't armored or padded in any way, if you just give them a little jab with that, that's going to hurt real bad. You can see the 4 points there on the end. This is made out of PVC that I sprayed with a matte black. And if you wear like a leather jacket and a balaclava, this thing looks so cool. And so I would have friends, obviously friends my age, not younger people. I would never show this to a younger person because they would try to build one. This is, you could hurt yourself. You could really hurt yourself trying to make something like this, and then also using something like this. I haven't, because I'm very, very careful with this stuff. I always double check and triple check all my work because I know how dangerous this kind of thing is. But you know, I'll show you the inside there. You can see sort of the metal parts that hold everything in place. But yeah, I've had friends come over and we just sort of had fun seeing what we could melt, and you know, you kind of feel like that first the first time Iron Man used a flamethrower in Iron Man 1, you know, and just seeing what we could melt, and yeah, it was cool. But those are the kind of things about my life that I need to keep quiet. Even for the young people in my life, I have to be very careful, and I never bring up that kind of stuff. And so for you, I want to extend the same respect, the same courtesy, and the same consideration, because I do have respect for you. I think of all of you out there as real people. I don't think of you as numbers on a screen, and I don't want to influence you in a way that would be dangerous. So please don't try to build a flamethrower gauntlet. But I mean, it's cool though, right? So thanks very much for watching. That's what I wanted to discuss today. But I mean, if that, I built that before 3D printers, right? But I have a 3D printer, and I've been thinking about, oh, it'd be fun to work on that kind of thing. But my time is dedicated these days to working on game development, so I don't have time for that kind of stuff. I don't know if anyone would be interested in watching me build another one, you know, improved and enhanced and more refined. But that's the kind of thing that I got up to as a teen and as a young adult, and also into my mid-20s, until I leaned away from that and focused more on my career and professional side. So I just won't be able to tell you all of my adventures. I would love to share all of, you know, the adventures that I've gone on, and spending time in the wilderness and the outdoors and exploring, but there are things that I just won't be able to tell you, and I hope you understand. So thanks very much for enjoying the channel, for hanging out and having a laugh. I appreciate all of you who understand what I'm going for here. I don't care about politics. I don't really care about leaning to one side or the other. I don't care, man. I just want to have a cool time. I want to have fun. I want to have a laugh. I want to improve my skills, and I want to learn more skills. So hey, what I've been working on with games is I've been working on a couple different concepts for live community games, which means that stuff that we can all work on together. So I'm developing the game, but we can hang out on live streams, and you guys can just throw out ideas for like, oh, wouldn't this be cool if this was a content, or if this was a character or an enemy. And then I've got a couple, you know, simple, smaller games that I can work on the live stream, and they can be played in a web browser and enjoyed in real time, and we can just maintain that long term. So I'm working on a war simulation game where we can all just come up with weird, funny ideas for characters and new units, and just throw it out there, and we can make whatever. All right, so please look forward to that. I'm working on that, and probably on the Patreon, I'll just start putting up a link to the beta, so that people that are Patreon supporters can enjoy that and try it early. And then maybe late this year, early next year, I might have like a public beta where people can try a little bit of this idea, and then we can hang out on live streams and we can throw out ideas and just make new environments and enemies and characters. Just something fun that we can all do to hang out together and spend some time. Thanks very much, everyone, and don't forget, your holiday decorations or Krampus will come and slap your little bum. Take care.